Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sydney and I'm so happy you're here. Today I am going to be sharing with you guys a little bit of a life update, and that is a bit of an understatement. Koa and I just moved on his parents' property. They own a 20-acre farm here in Virginia. Essentially, we had the opportunity to move into the farmhouse here. Just a little bit of context. They bought this property back in 2022, and we actually lived here for a period of time with his parents when they first moved to Virginia, and we sort of had hopes of one day building on this property, but it was still going to be a ways away until we were financially able to do that. When we got married, we decided to get our own place just because having our own place was just really important to us. So we moved out of the farmhouse, and now we had the opportunity to move back in because his parents are actually moving back to Hawaii. That is where Koa and his family are from, just because it just makes sense for their season of life right now. Koa's brother has a toddler and another baby on the way, so it just makes sense for them to be with their grandchildren and be there to support his brother and his wife. So we had the opportunity to rent the farmhouse and just have it to ourselves because they really didn't want to let go of this property. So when the opportunity presented itself, we were really excited and just, yeah, really excited for the opportunity to get to live here again and be essentially the ones who get to take care and look after this property while they're in Hawaii. So long-term plan for them, of course, nobody really knows what the Lord has in store, but eventually they would like to come back to Virginia and build on this property. The house essentially is ours for the time being. They're still the owners, but we are renting the place and it's going to be our home for however long. But we just feel really grateful and really blessed to be able to live on a property like this. So yeah, we were really excited that this opportunity came up. What's even crazier is that about a month ago, me and my husband were actually preparing for a whole nother move. We were planning and preparing for a move out of state, and just as that was starting to get closer, the Lord really just started to speak to us and speak to our hearts, and we both were feeling like doors for that opportunity were starting to close, and while those doors were closing was when the things started to fall into place for us to be able to rent this property. So we do really feel that we were led to come back to this property and just lean into what the Lord has in store for us here. For a while, I did have hesitations of putting down roots here just because it is really far from my family, and that is part of the reason why we were planning an out-of-state move, to be closer to my family. I definitely didn't see myself staying here in Virginia super long term. I moved here to go to school and definitely didn't know I was going to meet my husband and stay here for many years even after I got my degree. I really do have a longing to live closer to my family, so that's been the main challenge living here, is just being far from my family. But I do feel like there has been a shift with this new chapter now, coming to the farmhouse and living here again, just us two, and even letting go of just that opportunity that we were fully ready to walk in. There was just a shift and a surrender essentially of just the plans that I thought we needed to take, just because it got me to the goal of living closer to my family. But I do feel a peace about being here, and even though I don't know fully what the Lord has in store or what it's going to look like, I feel like that is the point of surrender, is you don't need to see the big picture. You just need to trust in the Lord. And since doing that, I do feel so much peace about staying here, at least for the time being. We don't know what the Lord has in store. No one really does. So we don't know if we're going to be here for a year or 3 years or for a really long term period of time. We just don't know yet. I do feel like this is where we are supposed to be for the time being. So we're just kind of fully leaning into that, and yeah, just excited for the opportunities and the things that the Lord has in store for us for this season of life. Obviously, we feel so blessed to get to live here, and we're just praying that we will be good stewards of just all the things the Lord has blessed us with. So I basically just wanted to share this update just as I am vlogging sort of my life, and I just didn't want there to be a huge drastic shift in, our living circumstances and you guys be really confused. I started this channel just as a way to share my health journey and just the struggles that I faced, but also share with you guys the healing that I've been able to have through the Lord and also just through healthy lifestyle changes. So that is still going to be a part of my channel. That is a big part of my life and my story. But now we are obviously on this new adventure of living on land. I don't know if I'm able to call it a farm. Technically, I mean, we do have chickens, so I guess that right there qualifies us as a farm, even though we only have 5 chickens. We are beginning this new chapter. Ko and I don't have any experience or any, close generations of people that homestead or done any farming to any degree. Really, Koa's parents bought this place because, a lot of people have that dream, right, of buying land, but it's not necessarily something that's been like a generational thing in either of our families. But we're so excited. We said that even when we first got married or when we first got together that we would love to own land one day, or have a vegetable garden and have some chickens. So that's essentially what we're living in right now. And we obviously wouldn't have this opportunity if it weren't for his parents buying the property. We weren't going to be in the position to buy a property like this for a long time, and some people never get to live out that dream. So we just feel so incredibly blessed that it's something that through our family we get the opportunity to live on a property like this. So I mentioned earlier how we did live here originally when they first bought the property. So we do have a little bit of experience doing some gardening. We built a garden when we moved in, and we had one season here where I was doing a lot in the vegetable garden, and then I planted just a very small patch of cut flowers. So that's my only experience. I'm looking forward to learning more. I'm definitely not coming in with the expectation that we're going to, be fully self-sufficient off the land and come at it from that perspective of like survivalist mode or anything like that. I think it's just important to know those skills, and for us, it's going to be mostly just doing it for fun and as a hobby. My husband and I both work full-time jobs, and now also with me trying to pursue YouTube, we really are going to be doing any type of projects and any type of work on this land is going to be with limited time and limited resources, just because we also just don't have a huge budget to pour into different projects. As much as we would love to, fully dive into this lifestyle, time and resources and money are important things to have, and we just don't have a lot of those things. So we're starting this chapter and we're beginners, we're learning along the way, and things are just going to happen slowly over time, and that's okay. I do want to take you guys along this journey with us and just share this new chapter of our lives and just all the things that we're learning on this channel. So I hope you guys will stick around, even though, like I said, there's kind of going to be a shift overall in my content, but I still feel like this lifestyle truly aligns with both of our values and just the things that I am chasing in life that really truly matter. And for us, that is just health and wellness and family and our relationship with the Lord and our connection to God's creation. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. I'm really excited for all the things to come, and I hope you guys are as well. Okay, I literally just paused while filming this video to go eat dinner because I was so hungry. I can't really remember where I left off. I know I was just kind of rambling, hoping that I'm kind of telling this story and basically getting across what I'm trying to say, but words are hard for me sometimes, especially because it's later in the afternoon, and that's just usually when my brain is like. Basically, the gist of this video is to just give you guys the update of us moving on the farm and just sort of this new chapter and new beginning of our lives. We are still pretty much getting settled into the farmhouse. We moved only 3 weeks ago, and it's been a little bit of a transition just as his parents are still moving out and we're moving in. Koa's dad already left to Hawaii last weekend, and then his mom is still going to be here till mid-August, so it'll still be a little bit of a transition, just us getting settled here. Yeah, I'm really excited for all the homemaking content, decorating, and all the things. We're just excited for all the things to come and just the opportunities that we have on this property. We really would love to be able to figure out a way to essentially start some type of business or earn an income on this property and potentially be able to pursue that for work and eventually be able to replace our 9-to-5 jobs. That definitely would be the ultimate goal, so that we could stay here and potentially raise a family here, and also just be able to work for ourselves and just have a little bit more flexibility than a 9-to-5 job offers. So, but we really don't know yet what it is exactly we want to pursue. So for now, we are just still gonna get settled here, start little projects here and there, and just continue to be in prayer about what it is that we want to pursue on this property. We'll see what it is, because we don't know yet. It's exciting to take you guys along this journey with us, and we'll see what all we get accomplished. Hopefully you guys stick around. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to be a part of this community, and I'm just really looking forward to all the things on the horizon. I hope you all are well wherever you're at, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye friends!